Hello and welcome to the beautiful White Knights campus here at the University of Reading. There's a wide variety of wildlife on this campus, but today I'm going to talk to you about the three most commonly found raptors on the campus and in the town in general. We'll start off with what's by far and away the most visible raptor here. The red kite, Milvus milvus, has a very distinctive pale head and, more importantly for recognition at a distance, this forked tail. You'll quite often find several of them soaring across the campus in their search for food. They're fairly large raptors with a wingspan of about 170 centimetres, but they only take small mammals and chiefly feed on carrion. They used to be extremely rare, but a release programme in the Chilterns means they're now very common across Oxfordshire and Berkshire. And now the tail is very important not to get them confused with buzzards, which we'll look at next. Straight away you can see that the common buzzard, buto, lacks the distinctive forked tail of the red kite. Also, when these birds are circling, they tend to hold their wings a little bit straighter than red kites. Although there's only one buzzard often seen over the campus, in the spring in the surrounding countryside to Reading you'll see groups of buzzards come together and now establish breeding territories for the year. This footage here shows two males close to Reading displaying in an aerial duel. This is particularly thrilling because the long broad wings of buzzards don't lend themselves well to this kind of fast agile flight. Now if you're lucky you'll be able to find a common buzzard perched up around the Reading campus, and now we're going to take a closer look so you know what to look for.
So for this next part I have an assistant, Doris, the sunbathing buzzard. Now quite often you'll see common buzzards out in the wild perched on telephone poles or bare limbs of trees or fence posts, surveying their territory and looking for prey. Now there isn't too much to really distinguish a common buzzard other than it's a fairly large brown bird, but if you can see it in a telescope, binoculars, or if you're relatively close, you'll immediately see this curved beak which will set it apart from any crows or pigeons that you might mistake it for at a distance.
And now for our final bird, the common kestrel, or Falco tuniculus. You'll quite often, especially in winter, find one of these birds around the lake area, darting from tree to tree and observing its territory from a hunting post just like this. Let's get a closer look.
So here's Frankie, the female kestrel. You will sometimes see these guys perched up around the campus. The key thing to look out for is this teardrop shape and the lines under their eyes. Their eyes are also very, very dark, which will distinguish them from a sparrowhawk, which you might get confused with if you see a bird of prey perched up. A sparrowhawk has yellow eyes, these guys are very, very dark.
And that brings us to the end of our list. Special shout out goes to Sam Dawkins for filming me, and to Haven Falconry Bird of Prey Centre for letting me film their birds. If you're ever on the Isle of Wight, I recommend you go see them. Thank you for watching.